A common problem in relationships is difficulties in communication. In many cases, the parties become unable to communicate at all about things that are important to them. At the core of that problem is fear. Doing a relationship horary and disregarding house 12 placements, or simply regarding that house as weak, may work for superficial queries. Will I get laid? Yes, no, end of story. To help people with their current relationship obstacles or with their prospects of getting into a relationship, a deeper look into house 12 is necessary. This investigation requires more maturity from the querent. We're no longer doing a relationship horary per se. We're dealing with a psychological horary about two or more people who are tangled in a partially dark place in their psyches. I'm confident that any chart that you've done for somebody who was having a hard time in their relationship or having trouble getting into one, house 12 was active. Don't take my word for it. Look at the basic principles of Horary astrology: anticia, close aspects between planets and cusps, and house placements. The ascendant ruler, the house 7 ruler, the sun, Venus, or the moon will be close to either the 12th ruler or that house. Or the 12th ruler will be paying a visit to house 1 or house 7. Rejection of house 12 is common. It is in its very nature to deflect attention. That has a price, and the price is not getting to the bottom of what brings us and our clients suffering. Suffering comes from two sources: outside, an accident, an illness, a war, or the death of a loved one. Those are house 6. They are not dependent on how our mind operates or our behaviors or our habits. In opposition to house 6, there is another house that's responsible for suffering. But that's the suffering that arises in the psyche, our bad habits and unresolved traumas, house 12. That adds a layer of suffering that, at least in theory, is not compulsory. Relationship problems, romantic or otherwise, go bad largely because of house 12. It's workable, but it requires light. It requires seeing house 12 for what it is. If we don't see it, we and our clients will keep repeating the same mistakes. We can only change that if we see it. By realigning the mind with what is true and healthy, unnecessary suffering can be drastically mitigated. My approach to Horary can help with that. It's been my journey in this lifetime to unravel the network of self-undoing habits that we've learned and developed since childhood. Usually around the mid-30s or a little later, we have an opportunity to unravel it by throwing light and facing the fears and eventually becoming liberated from them. If you want to learn how this tool can be used to address the things that bring us unhappiness and are to some degree under our control, I'll look forward to meeting you.